Hello friends, today we are going to study TTT diagram, which is one of the important diagram to study in carrying out heat treatment procedures and to understand how transformation takes place during cooling. So TTT means time temperature transformation. Time temperature transformation curve. The temperature of transformation controls the nature of decomposed product of austenite, which in turn transform into different products like perlite, bainite and martensite, and ultimately that results the mechanical and physical properties of steels. So to study transformation, it needs to study the kinetics of austenite transformation, and that can be studied best at constant temperature rather than at continuous cooling. Continuous temperature transformation is also referred as isothermal transformation, which is studied by following experiment, and ultimately that gives a final curve called as TTT diagram. So Davenport and Bain were the first to develop TTT diagram of eutectoid steel. They determined perlite and bainite portions, which are modified and included as martensite start and martensite finish temperatures. Keep in mind that time temperature transformation curve, these are separate for different steels, means TTT diagram of a hypoeutectoid steel is complete different than a hypereutectoid steel. So keep in mind that every steel has its own TTT diagram. So while plotting this TTT diagram, it requires to carry out a experimental setup that requires various equipments. That various equipments include salt bath furnace. So these number of samples, steel samples. There are number of methods used to determine TTT diagram. The most popular method is salt bath technique combined with metallography and hardness measurement. TTT diagram, also called as isothermal transformation diagram or constant temperature transformation diagram. Every steel has its own TTT diagram. So every TTT diagram will be having a different way of plotting. These are different equipments used in determination of TTT diagram. This first figure indicates a salt bath furnace. Salt bath furnaces are used to carry out complete austenitization of steel, that is formation of complete homogeneous austenitic structure. Then this second figure indicates a salt bath furnace which is maintained at a lower temperature than upper critical temperature for isothermal treatment, and these are different samples and fixtures for dialectometric measurements. So before plotting the TTT diagram, it is required to hold two salt bath furnaces at two different temperature intervals or zones. For the determination of isothermal transformation or TTT diagram, we consider molten salt bath technique combined with metallography and hardness measurement. Purpose of using molten salt bath is to avoid oxidation and homogeneous austenitic structure formation. In molten salt bath technique, two salt baths are used and one water bath is used, which is used for water quenching. First salt bath is used for maintaining temperature of steels above upper critical temperature, and second salt bath is maintained at a subcritical temperatures. Salt bath 1 is maintained at austenizing temperature, for example at 780 degrees Celsius for a eutectoid steel. Eutectoid temperature is A1 temperature. So formation of complete austenitic structure or to ensure complete austenitic structure, we have maintained the salt bath 1 temperature is above 723 degrees Celsius, that is at 780 degrees Celsius. Then salt bath 2 is maintained at specific temperature at which transformation is to be determined. So normally these temperatures are below AC1 temperature or lower critical temperature. For example, we are going to hold the specimens at a temperature interval of 700 to 250 degrees Celsius in case of a eutectoid steel, that is at a 0.8% carbon steel. Then this bath 3, which is a cold bath furnace, which is maintained at a room temperature, that is used for water quenching. So in bath 1, number of samples are heated. Normally 50 to 100 specimens are heated for complete austenitic structure to form. In case of hypoeutectoid steels, the temperature of first bath maintained is A1, that is upper critical temperature, plus 20 to 40 degrees Celsius in case of a eutectoid steel. Then in case of a hypoeutectoid steel, the temperature is, it is hypereutectoid steel, it is A3 plus 20 to 40 degrees Celsius. And in case of a hypereutectoid steel, that temperature is maintained at a ACM, that is upper critical temperature for cemented transformation, plus 20 to 40 degrees Celsius. So selection of temperature depends upon what kind of steels we are going to heat treat or whose TTT diagram we are going to plot. So in determining TTT diagram for eutectoid steel, number of samples are initially kept in bath 1 furnace, salt bath 1 furnace. Then they are removed from bath 1 and put in second bath furnace with a different specific time interval. That time interval may be 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, like this. So that is represented here as a T1, T2, T3 and T4 and like this. After a specific time interval, the samples are removed and then quenched in water bath for transformation to occur. The microstructure of each sample is then studied by using metallographic technique. The type as well as quality of phase is determined by each sample. Transformation of austenite to ferrite cemented, that is perlite mixture, occurs after some definite time interval that can be well studied by kinetics of transformation. This time during which transformation does not proceed is called as an incubation period, and this incubation period is different for different steels. The magnitude of incubation period involves qualitative idea about relative stability of supercooled austenitic structure. Smaller incubation period corresponds to lesser stability of austenite. So we will see this incubation period on TTT diagram. So this curve indicates, arrow indicates heating, then followed by holding and followed by cooling with different cooling rates. So normally at room temperature, structure is, for example, say 100% perlite in case of a eutectoid steel. When eutectoid steel of 0.8% carbon is heated above lower critical temperature, that is A1 temperature, it will transform into complete homogeneous austenitic structure. It will not transform into complete austenitic structure when the temperature is reached at A1 temperature. The complete homogeneous austenitic structure is only transformed after some specific holding period, then followed by different cooling rates. So this indicates a slower cooling rate and this indicates a water quenching. So because of water quenching, it will transform into 100% martensitic structure, and slow cooling will form a coarser or perlitic structure. This indicates intermittent steel hold at for some period, so it will show combination of perlite and austenite as a microstructure. So this perlite and austenitic structure is when transformed into different phases with different cooling rate, it will form perlite plus martensitic structure. So in plotting TTT diagram as shown in figure, the first bath is maintained at above 723 degrees Celsius, that is above A1 temperature. Different specimens are taken out from the first salt bath and then immersed in second salt bath furnaces, which are maintained at a subcritical temperature, for example here 700 degrees Celsius. Then that specimens are taken out from second bath and then they are water quenched in the third quenching bath. So this will interrupt the formation of different phases, that is austenite to perlite or austenite to martensite. So this figure will indicate transformation products of austenite into perlite or martensite depending upon their time interval. So this left hand side indicates the salt bath furnace which is maintained at 700 degrees Celsius, and this right hand side indicates which salt bath furnace, which water quenching bath, which is maintained at a room temperature, that is cold water bath. So this indicates a specific time interval after which the specimens are taken from second bath and quenched in the third water quenching bath. So this 30 seconds, 6 hours, 18 hours, 21 hours, 23 hours and 66 hours, these are different time intervals after which the specimens are taken out from second bath and immersed in water quenching bath. So it will transform austenite into that much percentage of martensite. So when after holding the specimen for 6 hours, when it is immersed in water quenching bath, it will transform 95% of martensite and 5% of perlite. So if that graph is plotted in the next slide. This chart indicates total 14 samples are initially prepared, and these 14 samples are immersed in first salt bath furnace and they are taken out after these different time intervals and they are immersed in second salt bath. So because of increasing holding time, it will form more and more percentage of perlite transformation after quenching. So this fourth column indicates transformation of austenite into martensite. So in case of A6 sample, 50% austenite is transformed into 50% martensite because of water quenching. So 50% transformation has occurred, and after holding specimen for 66 hours, it will transformation is there completed. So this curve, S-shaped curve, indicates transformation of how much percentage of perlite is transformed. As the time period increases, transformation of perlite completes. So this first figure indicates here transformation of perlite has just begun. More and more percentage of perlite is transforming, and here at this end the perlite transformation has finished. So after coinciding all the S-shaped curves or superimposed curves on a common curve, we will get a TTT diagram, and that TTT diagram will be plotted by joining perlite transformation start points and perlite transformation end points. As shown in this first figure, this point indicates this time period is called as incubation period. At this point perlite transformation starts, and at this point perlite transformation ends. So here this figure indicates a TTT diagram, and this first C-shaped curve is called as perlite transformation start curve, and this second green color curve indicates perlite transformation end curve.